is quite easy to use. The only thing that I do find quite frustrating is this big heavy smoothie jars where you've got the lid on top and it kind of suctions it. I think that for me is very frustrating to open and close. Oh, this one is tough. And also I think with glass is quite heavy for me to also hold. Issues in the past where I can't take off this part and I've had to kind of leave it on and wash around it because it just hasn't been able to come off quite easily. Grips are always really, really good. So I have a grip which I would say I would use probably 4 times a week. And I think I normally kind of go for older appliances that might have been in my parents or family members' houses that they've kind of used and upgraded, because I know it's probably an easier product for me to open and close. And then I've also had experiences when I was looking for a blender and my sister had an experience with another blender and she said you'll never ever be able to get the top on and off. So probably word of mouth and friends and family as well to help me in that area.
The thing about like most kitchen appliances is that like, they assume that you have 2 like perfectly working hands to use them. So like I know, for instance, like with this, like putting this on I can do with this hand, which is fine. But like it does require like a 2-handed like application. So I hate when they never like tell you how it's meant to go in. That one's like generally fine for me. I like that it has like a, oh that's an inject. And it's big enough for me to like move with one hand, so that's fine. But moving the buttons and holding it at the same time is like kind of difficult. I have not blended a cake in a very long time. I use a Thermomix because it's easy to use because you've got like a big nozzle on it, so you don't have to like screw around with like moving things out or whatever. Although cleaning it can be a little bit challenging. How does this work? Click on. It's like a press down. I like that this has like bigger buttons on it at least. Oh, I could do it with one hand. It's annoying, but I could do it with one hand. But like, that's like, I like that they're like big buttons and they're not like little pokey ones, but they're quite like a bit of force to actually like push down. That would be quite annoying because that's like quite tiring, and also like having to hold it as well, because I'd have to hold it with one hand and then press the buttons. So it's hard to like hold and press all at once. How do you actually open it? I'm guessing they're buttons to release. Ooh. Oh, that's not my good hand and that's bloody hard to open. Okay, yeah, got it. That would be impossible. That's really actually like hard to open. I thought it was gonna be easier because of the buttons.
That's probably not too bad. I use just a single one, and it's just a handle, and it's easy to use. But that's not too hard to use. I use a kettle at home that's on a swing arm. So you pull it up and then you tip it in a pause. So you're not actually picking up the kettle. You just tilt it forward and pause into the cup. So that's reasonably good and safe because they're not trying to pick it up and then get the right angle to pour it. Kitchen station which has a vise to put vegetables in so you can chop them up. It's mainly for vegetables or fruit. It has corner edges so I can butter bread, because otherwise the bread in one hand just gets moving on you. Or I use a non-slip mat to put the bread on. I find that helpful.
This is something that I use to open ring pull cans, and it's brilliant. Even my husband, who's got perfectly good hand strength, finds it really, really useful. And the other one is, this is probably the most useful one of all. When you get a new jar of jam or anything that's got a vacuum seal, I just don't have the hand strength to be able to turn it without breaking the seal and getting rid of that vacuum. So this just lifts